Hey friends, welcome to my channel. This is my Flosstube video number 32, I think. Well, I'll put a number at the bottom if I'm wrong. I think it's right around there somewhere. Today is, that I'm filming this anyway, is January 19th, 2021. This is my cat Hermione here. She kind of blends in with the couch. My name is Veronica and welcome to my channel if you're new. Flosstube videos tend to be about cross-stitch. Mine are almost entirely, although today I do have something different to show you. Welcome back if you're returning. Thank you for coming back. I don't know when I'm going to get this posted, so you're probably watching this probably on at least January 20th, if not later. But anyway, it's been like a month since my last video and I've got a lot to show you, so I've actually backed the camera off normally a bit more from where I normally put it because I found that sometimes I was like holding bigger projects up and having to lean way back. Sorry, Cat. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. It's early in the morning here. Everyone in my family besides me is asleep still, and I'm going to try to get this done as quickly as I can because I have to work today, and I'll probably be editing like tonight or tomorrow. So, but yeah, my last video about a month ago, I also had about almost 2 weeks off for Christmas and New Year's. And so I got a lot of stitching done because we're not like traveling. I'm not commuting. And I've been you'll see, it's kind of crazy. I also have a lot of haul to show you too, or new purchases, and some planned new starts. I haven't started anything since my last video, but next time you'll see I'll have a couple of those because I have around 9 whips right now. Whips are work in progress. So basically an ongoing project that I'm actively working on. I want to do more and I want to start more. So let's go ahead and get started. My first project is, I was working on this the last time I think. So I worked on it a little bit more up until Christmas. This is Mirabilia's Winter White Santa. It's MD 100, which it was a special edition. It came with a charm for the top of the tree. And I am stitching this on a 32 count Bugana in an unknown Fabrics by Stephanie. So first I'm going to hold it up and kind of put it, oh shoot, I don't know if I did side to side. I'll do side to side with this in the hopes that I can put an old picture of what it looked like where in front of my cat there. So as you can see, I did his face and I worked all the way down to the bird and got a lot of his beard done as well. So my WhipGo goal for this year, by the way, WhipGo is like bingo. It's something that Jessie Marie does where basically you pick 24, 25 goals for yourself on like a bingo board. And she'll draw 2 at the beginning of, or at the end of the prior month. And you're supposed to try to get those 2 goals done when you can. And once she has drawn a number and you have completed that goal, you get to mark off that space. So she did not call this one for me. I just decided to work on it. And so as you can see, I did change his skin tone a little bit, which this was kind of hard because there were about 7 or 8 different colors in there. And so I did my best. I tried to give him obviously a deeper complexion, a darker complexion than what the called for is, but I like it. You know, he's so pale. Plus we don't have enough black Santas in cross stitch. So anyway, I'm happy with how it's turning out. I haven't done any of the whisper yet, but I have been doing the chronic, and there are of course a ton of beads in this, like most Mirabilias. So I'm holding off on the whisper and the beads until the end. I've never actually worked with whisper before. Whisper is like a fuzzy fiber that is made by Rainbow Gallery, and this calls for the white for his, not his beard, but his like, you know, cuffs and the cuff of his hat. And then you're supposed to like brush it out a little bit to make it look really fuzzy and fluffy. But I've heard that it's a pain in the butt to work with, so I'm kind of holding that out till the very end. I might decide to do that if I want to try to say, yes, I actually got my goal done. I don't know. I'm going to have to talk a little bit faster because I'm moving really slow. So then it was the end of December, and I was waiting for the 27th, which is when Jessie was going to call the January bingo WhipGo numbers. And so I decided to work on something that was kind of towards one of my goals, but something I hadn't picked up in like a year at least. maybe more. I don't actually know what else this. This is Totoro by LK Across. I'll link, by the way, all of my projects are linked below, especially the ones that are still in print on the manufacturer's website. So this is a, if you're not familiar with Studio Ghibli or Hayao Miyazaki, there's a bunch of movies that I really enjoy. My family enjoys them, and this is one of the main characters and the most popular. His name is Totoro. And I don't know if I actually have it before. Well, I probably do because last time I did a whip parade. So, do side by side. But anyway, my goal for this year is to get the tree done. And as you can see, I worked on the tree. I didn't complete it because I want to leave a little bit for myself in 2021. I did all of this at the very end of 2020. But I got a lot of the tree done. This is not easy. There's a lot of... It's only 3 colors of DMC that I've done so far, or maybe 4. But a lot of blends between 2 of them, and a lot of dithering, meaning, you go every other stitch one color and then every other stitch the next color. And also I'm adding fractionals in because I don't like how the design has back stitch that goes through the stitches. I want it to kind of completely encompass the stitches, so I'm adding, quarter stitches and 3/4 stitches, and sometimes 2 to make a halfway through, just because I want it to look more crisp. I'm probably making it way harder on myself, but it makes it a little bit less enjoyable for me when I'm not following the pattern and just kind of making it up as I go. And I have lots of markings. You should see normally I don't mark up my patterns a whole lot. This one I have to because I'm changing it a little bit as I go. Oh yeah, that is on a 32 count taupe Lugana. Sorry. I'll try to be better about that. So then, on the 27th, Jessie called 2 numbers. Number 6 and number 18 on my Whipco board were for these 2 projects. So this first one is The Accolade by Edmund Layton. It is a Heaven and Earth Designs. I'll have a picture up here in front of my, sorry, cat. It is an older painting from the, I think, late 1800s, early 1900s. But it is in the antiquities section, so it's a public domain art. So a lot of full coverage designers have charted this. My goal is 1 page, so I got a page done, and this was the most interesting page I have done so far. It was all foreground, and I did it in 7 days, which, these are large format pages, so it's around just under 5,000 stitches, which is a lot. Normally it takes me about 10 days to 2 weeks. This one, I did it in, like I said, 7 days, which, again, record for me because it was so interesting. And my husband and I were watching the new Cobra Kai. I always remember what we're watching when... I'm not really actually watching it that closely, but look. Oh my gosh. You can see her face. You can see it. Okay. Anyway, I was excited by this. This is on a 28 count Joblin, 1/1 full cross. I'm also using this for Full Coverage Fanatics 21 and 21, so not a few thousand off. I counted it starting July 1st, which January 1st, where I'd already put a few stitches in, so maybe about 2,000 or 3,000 in for the year. But I've got 10 pages on my Whipco board. That was one of them for this. So the end of the year should get really, really interesting. The second thing that Jessie called was number 18, which was for me a quarter of a column, so 1/16 of this piece. This is European Bistro by Dimensions. I'm doing this with everything from the kit, so the kit calls for a 16 count gray-blue Ada and the Dimensions flosses, which are a little different from DMC, a little bit stiffer to me. And I was just working on this until recently. I did get it done, the quarter page done. I actually got even further. So I've got three squares on the Whipco board for this. You can see here I made a lot of progress, if you can't tell. My goal was to get down to here, which I did, and I did all the back stitch above the halfway point. And then I kept working and I got almost the next one down, but I didn't backstitch it, so I have something to do when she calls the next space. And then the third one will be to finish off this part, which will mean the entire left half of the project is done. So you can see there's still a lot more to go, but this has been quite enjoyable to be doing. I don't know. So that. Oops. I'm trying to kind of keep it neat as I go and minimize the cleanup. Like I said, I have to go back to work soon, or start work soon. The last cross stitch project that I'm going to show you that I worked on was my travel piece. Thing that I work on in the car while my kids are doing their activities. My older son's still doing drums. So this is Super Mario by Choco Coco Stitch on Etsy. Again, I'll link below. And this one is, I'm going to stand up again. So compared to where it was last time, by the way, I watched my old video and there was a Christmas tree behind all my projects, so you can see the lights through everything. Sorry about that. I'm not sure if there's much I can do. So you'll see this in the before pictures, all of these. So anyway, as you can see, I'm working my way along the bottom here. I did the squashed Goomba. I just stitched him yesterday. I don't know if you can see it. It says plus 100 because you get 100 points when you stomp a Goomba, I guess. And then everything from Goomba on over is done on the left side. So the right side, I'm still going to need to do, there's a shell right here and another identical piranha plant. And then obviously I have to fill in the floor, which I'm about halfway done with. So I'm excited with this. I'm almost done. I'm not sure how many more drum lessons it's going to take to finish, but by, maybe a couple more months, I'm guessing. Just because I don't get a lot done in a 45-minute lesson, but it's something, maybe a strand or two. And then, so the last thing I'm going to show you is not cross stitch. So sorry if you're just here for the cross stitch. Not sorry. I don't know. It was right around Christmas time. One of our stockings broke. They were just cheap dollar store stockings. And I remembered last year that I bought this Usilla felt applique kit. And, let's see it. So it's just like, I bought two of these, one for each of my kids. So basically, last Christmas, 2019, I got a gift card from my company, and I was looking at the full coverage dimensions stocking kits with my kids and trying to get them to pick one out, and they didn't really go too nuts for any of them. And then one of these felt kits popped up, and they're like, "Oh, I want that." And I was like, I don't know if I can do that, but I decided why not? I'll buy the two kits, and they each picked one out. My other son picked out a little train, but I decided to give this a try, and the instructions are pretty good. So here's where I'm at with that, in case you're curious. I'm probably going to set this aside for a while. It's going to take me, I probably won't finish this before next Christmas. It's similar to cross stitch in that there's it's similar to like Mirabilia's in that there's like beads and it's interesting stuff. Of course, I can't find so I started working on the tree. But you're supposed to do it in a specific order. So I've got this stuff up until here too. So as you can see, it's got sequins and embroidery. These are, the embroidery actually takes quite a while. Sequins and beads. I have to do those at the table because I don't really, where's the rest of it? There's like so much felt in here. I gotta find the main pieces. Aha, there we go. So this is pieces 1, 2, and 3. So 1 is the red stocking background. 2 is you put this green thing on with the sequins, and 3, this has embroidery and sequins, the white cuff there. And this is piece 4, which obviously I'm still working through, but it's sequins and beads right now. And then I'll applique it on here, and then there's a bajillion other felt pieces. Some of them are stuffed with fiberfill to make them like puffy and 3D. So that's interesting, I thought. Again, for the kids. They keep wanting me to get back into crochet. My older son wants me to finish his Bowser that I was making I'm just not into crochet anymore. I want to cross stitch now. I told him, sorry. I'll teach you, but I just want to cross stitch now. Or anyway, so next I have haul and plans or purchases. Before I get into purchases, I want to show you an interesting discovery. My husband and I cleaned out our basement a little bit over Christmas break, and I found some of my old crafty stuff from when I was a kid. A lot of it I threw away because it was like gross, you know. But this is worth keeping because it's still good. I found this like piece of, I think this is 14 count Aida and a hoop, and a little bit of, I have no idea what I was stitching here. And with it were this stuff I can use, some old DMC floss, and a receipt from 1991. So let me show you. I don't know if you can see, it's from August 24th, 1991, from Frank's Nursery and Crafts for some DMC floss at 29 cents a piece. That was probably the norm then, that was probably the regular price. I'm sure it wasn't on sale. And sale was probably like 20 cents or something. I just thought you might find that interesting back in the day, right? Okay, so before haul. Okay, so I got a whole bunch of kits. Basically, that's mostly what I got here. One chart. So first of all, for Christmas, my husband got me this for Christmas. Can you believe it? Okay, so this is an MCG Textiles Disney Dreams kit for Fantasia. For those of you who don't know, these are out of production and kind of expensive. He bought it on eBay. He listened to me and I told him, hey, if you could find one of those, sure, get one. But I can't believe it. He got one. So I'm excited. I'm going to have to start this one soon. I've got a list of prioritized starts. I'm kind of going out of order with some of my planned stuff, but anyway, I'm excited. Yeah, it comes with flosses and, like most kits, flosses and fabric and needles and stuff. But so these are based off of Thomas Kincaid's art. If you want to stitch something like this, Heaven Earth Designs now has agreements with Thomas Kincaid. They haven't charted any of the Disney artwork yet, but they've hinted that they will. So hang in there. I was going to wait and do something like that because I like Disney and I like Thomas Kincaid, but no, I don't have to. Now I can do something like that. Anyway, next, show you the two fabrics of the month for color and cotton. So we've got King's Blue and Blush. Blush was the one that I was waiting for in my last video. It came like the day after my video, and this was for, I think, November? So yeah, November 2020. And this is the December 2020 is King's Blue. So these are, I get the 32 count Ugana. And next, this one I ordered a long time ago. Well, it seems like a long time ago. I ordered it about 3 months ago. This I've been admiring for quite a while. This is Guinevere by Mew. And I ordered the embellishments too from Cross Stitch Boutique, who is one of the distributors in the United States. And it took a little while because I think they ordered them, I don't know, there from France, which is where the Mew is based. But I think this is so pretty, and it's all only done in like a fat quarter, which, you know, it's not that big. So, anyways, finally came. Oops, did I drop it? Got a big pile here to fix later. And a cat who I think wants to sit on me. So finally I've got actually 1, 2, 3, 4 Dimensions kits that I purchased with my gift card from my company this year on Amazon. So since I was enjoying my Dimensions kits so much, I went a little nuts here. This one is called Beacon at Daybreak. It's a small one. This one is Memory Lane. Oh, you know, I've got more than I can stitch in a lifetime, right? This one's not a gold, but Indian Peacock. I think it's very pretty. And then finally, this one is new from Dimensions. Wind Moon Fairy, which I thought it's so pretty. I was very excited about. Sorry about the glare. You can see my living room. But yeah, it's got like a lot of, they all have like a lot of half stitches in one, but still, oh, there she goes. And yeah, that's all for the haul. Finally, I'm going to talk about plans. So I am going to try to do the Ingleside Imaginarium Mystery Sale this year. She started a little bit late, which is good. It gave me some time to think about it. And I wanted to do a mystery sale with, I've done the like post before, I've never done one with people. And I feel like during this pandemic, I've had so much time to stitch that I think I can try to get that done along with my WIPCO goals. We'll see. So she has posted that, I think yesterday or the day before. And so I'm interested. It's going to start February 1st. It's a black pottery art. I don't know how to describe it. It's Greek pottery theme. And I'm going to do it on this Color and Cotton unnamed specialty special edition August 2020 fabric. And it's only got 3 floss colors, so I'm going to start that February 1st when it starts. We'll see how that goes. So that's one start. The other thing is I'm going to start this tomorrow. Queen of Freedom. Because tomorrow, if you don't know, if you're not in the United States, is Inauguration Day. Joe Biden will be sworn in as president. And so I want to do something patriotic to commemorate the occasion. This one is out of print, unfortunately. I was able to luckily find it shortly after it became out of print. But I'm going to be doing this on fabric that I had bought for Lady of the Flag. This is the We the People fabric from Fabric Flair. It's stamped on here. And I think it's going to fit better and look better with Queen of Freedom than Lady of the Flag. So I'm going to do that another time. So yeah, so I am super excited about the inauguration. Not to get too deep into politics, but one of the reasons that when I started my Flosstube channel, and sometimes I forget, but I always ask people to think critically at the end, is because of conspiracy theories, and conspiracy theories led us to what happened on January 6th. It was very upsetting to me, and I am super excited for this country to start taking steps in the right direction. So if you're upset with me for getting political here, you can unsubscribe or dislike or whatever. I don't care. But I am happy that tomorrow we're going to have somebody in the White House who actually is competent and cares. So there, I said it. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I've got to get going now. I've got to start having breakfast and making my kids their lunches because they actually are in in-person school now. It's been on and off, but they started back like last week, and yesterday they had off for Martin Luther King Day, but today they go back again. And so I've got a busy day ahead of me. I'll probably be editing this tonight or tomorrow, like I said before, and getting it up as soon as I can. So it was so nice to spend time with you. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time, probably in about a month. Bye!